You're listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Friday the 26th of September 2025. It is 4 days after the fall equinox. It is 86 days before the winter solstice. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 5th day of Vendémiaire, the day of the cheval, the horse. The sun rises today at 6:48 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:47 p.m. The sun sets today at 6:46 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 7:13 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 7:45 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes, 41 seconds, shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waxing crescent phase and is 21% full at midday. Today, the moon reaches its monthly apogee at 5:46 a.m. The first quarter will arrive on Monday, the 29th of September. These are the predicted tides today for Horn's Hook. In the wee hours, high tide, 1:36 a.m., 1 meter 40. In the morning, low tide, 7:30 a.m., 27 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 1:49 p.m., 1 meter 58. In the evening, low tide, 8:05 p.m., 15 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, the gray squirrels that live among us are so much a part of our urban ecosystem, most of us take them quite for granted. But where do they live? They will, of course, take advantage of spaces that we offer them, like unsealed attics. But through most of the year they build themselves nests, referred to as drays, high in the trees. These drays are constructed of twigs and leaves, and have their entrances oriented toward the trunk of the tree, to keep out the rain and deter larger predators like raccoons from raiding. They are lined with plush, soft materials like pine needles. In the winter, squirrels prefer to stay in stouter accommodations, such as tree hollows. As the leaves begin to fall, you can begin to see the old squirrel drays high up in the bare branches of the trees. Commemorations. A cultural loss. On this day in 1687, during the Mauryan War between the Venetian Republic and the Ottoman Empire, disaster struck the Parthenon in Athens. The Ottomans had barricaded themselves atop the Acropolis, and they had chosen to use the Parthenon as a gunpowder depot. The Venetians bombarded the Acropolis with mortar shells, and one of them struck the temple. In a great explosion, the building was shattered. Having mostly survived the Christian iconoclasts and centuries of invasions, the Parthenon lay in utter ruin. On this day in 1905, Albert Einstein published the paper that introduced his special theory of relativity. It was the third of his Annus Mirabilis papers, which was entitled On the Electrodynamics of Moving Bodies. It appeared in the German physics journal Annalen der Physik. The 27-year-old Einstein's reimagining of the space-time continuum has profoundly shaped the world in which we live and our understanding of our place in the universe. On this day in 1960, the first televised debate between presidential candidates Richard Nixon and John F. Kennedy took place. It was broadcast from CBS studios in Chicago. Famously, Nixon refused makeup for the debate, causing even his own mother to call afterwards to see if he was unwell. It was the first of 4 debates between the candidates. Annals of the Nuclear Threat. On this day in 1983, the world narrowly averted nuclear war. The Cold War was in full swing. The Soviet nuclear early warning system reported the launch of an intercontinental ballistic missile from the United States, with 4 more close behind. Stanislav Petrov, an engineer of the Soviet Air Defense Forces, was on duty at the command center. Instead of immediately passing the warning up the chain of command, he paused and waited to see if this was a real attack or a glitch in the system. It was indeed a malfunction. Had he alerted his superiors, Full-out nuclear war could well have been the result. We thank Stanislav Petrov for keeping a cool head on that day. Today is National Johnny Appleseed Day. It honors the man born John Chapman in Massachusetts, who left for the Ohio frontier in 1797. A follower of the religious leader Emanuel Swedenborg, he traveled around Pennsylvania, Ohio, and West Virginia, spreading apple seeds, planting orchards, and teaching people how to tend them. Johnny Appleseed is a folk hero, remembered for his kindness and his generosity. Happy Johnny Appleseed Day to all. And that is the Observatory, Friday the 26th of September, 2025.